girl. If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. All in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar.
my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going, yeah. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch. I'm in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty, better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Man, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. All in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Man, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. All in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you,
for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. Yeah, these feelings are familiar. Swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her. Swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust. I've been in and out of touch. Falling in and out of love. Yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I am back with another Music Monday on this Monday. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. Definitely just starting to live off Music Monday, man, kicking out the week. I didn't really know how I really wanted to come in on the intro. Sometimes behind the scenes, you just got to let the moments kind of come to you because y'all know I don't write nothing down when it comes to this joint. But welcome to another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and of course, this is Music Monday, something me and Dunk started at the top of the year. Normally, this would be the time where I introduce Dunks, but assuming he may just be either hungover from the birthday weekend, because ain't no telling how hard he partied, right? Okay. Or he probably right back at the work and probably just had to work a little overtime or something like that. But either way, salutes to Dunks as always. Y'all definitely smash that like button as y'all come in and out of this joint. Also, sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it is free to sign up. Tonight's topic, man, I want to touch on. It's kind of weird, right? On Friday, right, we had J. Cole pretty much drop a diss response to Kendrick, and then turn around and apologize after he drops a diss. So I want to kind of touch on that tonight. Young Miami gets served, and apparently her and JT are apparently beefing with just one half of the City Girls, because Young Miami and JT make up the City Girls to the best of my knowledge. So we got that. And then, of course, Meek and Wale are, well, Meek basically takes some shot at Wale, and I guess Wale's not standing down for it like he normally does. Just Meek has always been kind of taking shots at Wale low key. So we'll touch on it a little bit at tonight. And just kind of go from there. I wanted to get like a slight break from the Diddy situation, even though we kind of can't, because when we get into Young Miami, yes, she's still going to be affiliated with Diddy somehow, way, shape, or form, right? So that one's going to be probably not avoidable, but I'll say we'll start things off with the J. Cole situation first, just so we get a little break from the Diddy situation. Then we'll transition to Young Miami, and then we'll transition to Meek and Wale. No hype. Let me read who I got in the chat real quick. Let's see. Men of the Kick says, Yerp, soft world shaking my head. And I'm assuming you're going with J. Cole, because he used to go by Cole's World. I think that was one of his albums or something like that, or Cole World. He always does like a little punchline for that. So I could see that. Soft world, Cold World, you know. No hype says, what's goody fam? No hype says Manny with the salute. Manny with the kicks 85 salute. Yeah, y'all, as y'all come in and out of this joint, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. But I think nobody saw this coming, where they were pretty much seeing where J. Cole was gonna actually make a diss actually respond to Kendrick diss, who kind of low key started it first, and then turn around and apologize on stage live, bro. Like, and like people aren't gonna be filming it. Yeah, so let me go ahead and just start things off. As maybe a quick one tonight. Y'all know the goal is not to be on no longer than an hour and 30 minutes. But let me get my topics together real quick, double check and make sure Dunks hasn't popped in just yet. But yeah, we'll start off with the J. Cole situation, which was kind of borderline. I guess you can say this is kind of weird. But I'm going to read through a couple articles I got up. Let me see when we can get from the original release first is what I'm trying to find. J. Cole might delete later. First week sales projections. That's important. Let's see. J. Cole apologizes. Read that one. We got to find when he originally did like the diss joint. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole seemingly fused hip hop Civil War with Future diss on new mixtape. And then we'll go from there. Let me, and I'm pretty sure all the other articles will probably back it up. Sharing my screen here. Hopefully you guys can see that. J. Cole seemingly fused hip-hop Civil War with Future diss on new mixtape. But see, this is the thing. Future diss make it seem like he's taking shot at Future too. But, you know, looks like this he really took aim at J. Cole. And I've heard mixed reviews, right, from everybody that's kind of listened to the J. Cole diss. I know I posted it in the Sold Out Discord. I personally was feeling it, but I guess where people was the true diehard, like, Kendrick fans, which he's got a lot of them, pretty much is saying like, well, yeah, he dissed him, but none of it was like accurate. It's better when you hit below the belt and you still make it flow and sound good. And it seems like that's where J. Cole missed the mark. You know, I personally like the diss. I personally like the song. I think he went pretty good. I think the flow is cool, but I guess I wasn't checking for accuracy because sometimes diss is not about being accurate. You only have to be accurate one time, and then you can overly like pretty much do what you want to do from that one. Let me read through this article. It says J. Cole has appeared to add fuel to the fire of a hip-hop civil war by subliminally dissing Future on his surprise new mixtape, Might Delete Later. On the song Crocodile Tears, which was previously previewed in the Smack DVD-inspired vlog, Cole seemingly takes a shot at Atlanta rap kingpin. But see, I didn't know he actually dissed Future. I thought it was all about on Kendrick stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just want to see where we got this all kind of like simulated, because all this got is pretty much apologize. Let's see, J. Cole waves the right flag. Let's see, Joe Budden and not impressed, or Joe Budden is unimpressed from J. Cole's Kendrick Lamar diss. I want to hear him sound live. Yeah, I want to see where he actually did it, and we all kind of went crazy. We got the projections. I'll probably go off there because obviously it's kind of hard to find that one. But let's see what Joe Budden's, which I think Joe Budden's usually has a pretty good intake on like hip hop. Even though a lot of people probably say like, man, he don't even rap no more. He shouldn't even have an opinion, this and a third. Say what you want to say about Joe Budden. He can actually rap. He did have his mark. He had his hit. He had his commercial hit. I think overall, yeah, he did pretty good. Is that an artist I search on a regular? No, but I think he found his lane. It's like, well, you don't have to rap. You can just do this. And now that you got prior experience, he can really, appeal to an audience and people want to hear what he say because of his, his hand that he's had in hip hop. Joe Budden, unimpressed by J. Cole's Kendrick Lamar diss. I want to hear him sound live. I'm very curious what he means by that. Says Joe Budden has announced that he is not impressed with J. Cole's diss of Kendrick Lamar. 7-minute drill off the surprise Might Delete Later mixtape. Let's see. The Slayer in the building says, yo, Sneaker Squad, what up, what up, what up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out of this joint. Definitely smash the like button. Of course, sub up. Let's see. On the latest episode of the Joe Budden podcast, which dropped on Saturday, April 6th, the rapper turned podcaster shared his grievances about his freestyle. Now, I'm very curious to hear Joe's intake on this joint. It says, the tone, he said, right? The tone, he said, about his main issue with the track. This is my issue with the effing narcissistic sounding ish. This sounds like if I was actively looking to cop fentanyl, this is what I would put on. I want to hear him sound alive. Okay, I can say that. And I'm not gonna play it because you can probably get flagged on here and it'll stop the stream. Anytime you play certain stuff on YouTube, you gotta be careful with it. So I'm not gonna play a snippet. So it says check out the clip from the podcast below, which I'll play this part because it seems like this will be fair game. Let me see if I can just cut the volume up a little bit. Make sure Dunks hasn't came in, and of course y'all smash that like button. Let me hear Joe Budden say what he got to say.
Watch the tone, and I would do it and act like I was alive in the booth, and it would sound like a whole different person. That's my issue with this fucking narcoleptic sounding shit.
Let me ask you a question.
That is my issue. This sound like
Ish.
if I was actively looking to cop.
Sound like ish?
Yeah. Sound like that's your pod voice. This sound like if I was actively trying to cop fentanyl, this is what I would put on.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with that, but yeah, that's what Joe Budden pretty much had to say. Personally, he could have said more. My thing with the Joe Budden podcast, in my opinion, it's like he got too many yes men around him, man. Everybody automatically agrees what he says, and if they don't, they're so tread lightly to the point, like they don't never get into a heated debates. But then again, I don't watch it like that either, so I can't probably make that call. But from these little snippets that we get, it's deceiving, you know. I think him and Ack still would have made a great team, and I'm talking academics. I know Dunks don't really rock with academics like that. It says, while many rappers have appeared to take sides in the debate between J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, one rapper who is steering clear of the controversy is Russ. On Friday, April 5th, when a fan asked, "Are you picking a side?" A nod to Metro Boomin's now famous message, "Once you pick a side, stay there." In reference to the dispute, the What They Want rapper seized the chance to inject some humor into the situation. He says, "I'm 31, he responded. He responded, taken to X, formerly known as Twitter. The reply sparked mixed reaction from fans who some are agreeing and others questioning the relevance of Russ' age to impressing his alliance. So pretty much he ain't trying to pick a side because, you know, you don't want to bite. One guy could do better than the other. Then you like, man, I could have probably got a verse and got a feature for him and strike while the iron is high. You don't want to mess up business, you know, and that's probably where Russ's mindset was at with it. And I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it at all. Says, LOL, good answer, wrote the fan. That's a good answer. Like, I'm too old for this. Laughing my you-know-what off. Cheers to your new age birthday emoji. A second comment reads. So pretty much, yeah, a lot of people don't. I will say this. A lot of people aren't picking sides now. And to be honest, I think everybody was hoping that Drake would respond. Because if you listen to the shots at Kendrick, he took a few light jabs at Cole, but he mainly aimed for Drake. And I think he mainly aimed for Drake because, I mean, the thing is how you want to be known as the top dog, and I guess that's what Kendrick wants to be, no pun intended. You got to take shots that they consider that's the GOAT or the greatest currently in the era. I ain't going to say Drake's a GOAT, but I mean, he's been producing consistently numbers ever since he came in the game, and it ain't changed. You know, you got to give him credit where credit is due. And then so we got in quotes here from the article. It says, and I'm 48 years young and firmly planted on Team Kendrick. Another one wrote. It says, on the mixtape closing track, 7-Minute Drill, Cole appears to reference K-Dot's recent disses at him and Drake and returns fire with some scratching bars of his own. Or scathing bars of his own. So, I mean, I'll say this. Like, y'all, like, people who want to hate on the Cole verse joint, like, sure, was it his best work? No. You know, but I personally was happy to hear something because people was, like, I was growing tired. Like, somebody should say something. Drake should have did it, but I know Drake also just got off tour. So, I mean, and I know Cole's been touring too, as you can see. So, I mean, yeah, that's one of those. I mean, Cole got in the booth and felt what he said he needed to be said. Now, whether it was accurate, he was just, and he also does like the 7-minute freestyle joint where pretty much just how much can he, do within 7 minutes of like writing songs and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And we can argue why all day long, and this is probably be another live and another topic, why, in my opinion, like, the big five, this and the third, I think, Cole, to me, he's up there, but he's also, to me, been pushed a little overrated. And I could just be tripping. I rock with some Cole stuff. In fact, one of the people I'm cool with, they've been playing a lot of Cole stuff. And to me, it's just, I don't know. It would have been nice, and he's been doing that by doing features, but it would have been nice to see Cole work with different producers other than himself to make a project. You know what I'm saying? And just to get something different. So, and that's what, like, it would have been nice to hear, and I don't think they got a song together, but it would have been nice to hear Cole to try to get on a Metro Boomin beat, Like, and that's easier said than done, because let's keep it 100. Metro Boomin and Future music, while it's all sounding the same at some point, but when they get together on a track and Metro Boomin, I don't, you know what I'm saying? If I don't trust you, I'm a, yeah. If Metro Boomin don't trust you, then I'm a, yeah. So, like, they've been in the game for a while, and they got the chemistry together. It's nice to see and we don't have to blame it on the rapper each time, because when Big Sean went and did something with Metro Boomin, I F with it, but at the same time, he couldn't catch the beat like all the other, right? You hear him featuring songs with, like, Young Thug. Thug has no problem. He's used to that style. He comes in, boom, 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 perfect. Big Sean used to a different style. And he caught the beat, but, you can tell. I feel like the problem with the Metro Boomin stuff, it was a little bit more faster than he wanted to be, and Metro Boomin was only going to slow it down but so much, compared to all the other. Because the biggest thing with northern people and southern people tend to talk a little bit more faster sometimes, versus northern people. But sometimes you get a mixture of both. It kind of just depends on your culture. So I think that's just like, and I know down at ATL they talk extremely fast. My barber's from ATL, and I can tell he has that ATL like fast pattern. But see, I grew up around that area too. Well, not that area, but not too far away realistically where we couldn't go visit. But it didn't spread. The apples didn't fall far from the tree is what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, a lot of people speak a little bit more faster in the South, and I got direct family members that do that to this day. But I have no problem understanding, because I know exactly what they're trying to do. Just gotta be a little bit more patient with it. Let me read through the rest of this article, then we'll switch on to another one real quick. Appreciate y'all for coming through in and out too, man. Y'all definitely smash that like button and sub up too, man. Let's see. Taking aim at the perceived quality of his friend turned foe catalog, he raps, "Your first ish was classic, your last ish was tragic, you second ish put out N-words to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third ish was massive, and that was your prime. I'm trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine." So, I mean, those were some bars. And that was all opinionated based, but Kendrick's stuff is all done well numbers wise. But this is why numbers and stuff can kind of be like a gray area, man. Like, stuff can go viral and still suck. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I see that one. Says he continues, "Now I'm in the front of the line with a comfortable lead. How ironic, soon as I get it, now I want something with me. Well, he caught me at the perfect time. Jump up and see." Very interesting. It's crazy how these guys can say what they want and then finish it with a rhyming line. Maybe that's what I've been missing from me trying, because I've been going to be low-key, drop some little bars here and there. I can write a few bars, but I ain't never wrote like a whole song. I've been featured on some stuff. Dunks know about it, but he's a joke about me with it too, what I had spit that day. I think I wrote it, but I was also, this is before Dunks was even in the game of what we do now. But yeah, And I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want to talk too much. Let me read through the rest of the article real quick. It says, in a nod to Jay-Z Takeover track aimed at Nas, Cole implies that Illmatic MC wouldn't be relevant had he not provoked Hove. He then likens his feud with Kendrick to a scene from New Jack City where one character, Nino, which is my favorite character of New Jack. If y'all ain't seen New Jack City, bro, go watch the joint. One of my favorite movies of all times. Wesley Snipes played in that joint. In fact, Big Money Sonny, I think his picture profile is based off of G Money. You know, it's just a classic movie. Manny with the Kick says, "What's up, Slayer?" Appreciate that. Let me read through the rest of this joint. Let's see. Cole implies Illmatic MC wouldn't be relevant had he not provoked him. Had he not provoked Hove. He then lightened the feud with Kendrick to a scene from New Jack City where one character, Nino, reluctantly kills his own brother. Well, they wasn't technically blood brothers. They were supposed to be CMB, which is, I think it's Cash Money Brothers or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, CMB, We All We Got, but I think it was Cash Money Brothers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The Slayer at Man with the Kick says 100. But yeah, Nino was the main, like, he's pretty much the Scarface. Like, once the money started coming in, he slowly started just becoming the main boss when it seemed like they were supposed to start it out, like, all equally. So, one of my favorite movies, man. I could watch that joint on repeat, press play, like, all damn day. Let's see. Expressing conflicted feelings towards Kendrick, Cole admits he's reluctant to engage in conflict, but maintains he's ready to hop in the mic to defend his title if necessary. Cole closes with a caption to fellow rappers and a teaser from his forthcoming album, The Fall Off. Okay, so his next album's supposed to be The Fall Off? Cause I don't think I'll have to look that up to confirm. Matter of fact, yeah, cause maybe that's what it's supposed to be. I didn't know, cause I honestly, his last album, that Kingdom, what's that joint where he had the king on the Crown album cover? That joint only had like one song for me. Let me read through the rest of it. It says 7 Minute Drill arrives just 2 weeks after Kendrick Lamar took aim at J. Cole and Drake and his guest verse on Futures and Metro Boomin's Like That from their collaborative album We Don't Trust You, representing the pair's chart-topping single First Person Shooter. He's rapped F sneak dissing First Person Shooter. I hope they came with the switches. I crash out like F rap diss Melly Mel if I had to. Okay. Kendrick came snapping on that joint. Again, I really wasn't impressed. Kendrick was not that great on a pretty much was not that great on if you ask me, on like a fast beat like that where that's produced, like that's 3 6 Mafia's beat all day long. For the people who don't know, first off, we got to give 3 6 Mafia they flowers, cause that beat, where I feel like Metro could have did a little bit something more with it. That's just where I'm at with it. Future and Metro was fine on it, but like they had to do something with Kendrick, and Kendrick came a little more lyrical for a song that's really not that really lyrical type of song. But I mean, I guess if your style should be able to work with on no matter what it is, you know. Let me see. Let me hit the chat real quick. The Slayer says rap nowadays has definitely fallen off. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that. And my thing is this with it is, like, yeah, nothing's went viral for hip hop in a while, man. Like rap, it's not the same. It's not as exciting, you know. Cause I will say this: it seems like a long time ago they started making these people, like, if one person went viral and went up for like one song and made everybody else that got signed underneath them, like, make sure they sound like this guy but saying different words, you know. And that works, but I mean, now I feel like we've been stuck in that type of rut. Now we do got some people that got different styles, like each coast, but I mean, it seems like they each all kind of sound the same to a certain extent. Or I'll put it this way: they're saying the same exact thing, but just kind of delivering the bars and the stuff slightly in a different pattern. Let me hit through this article real quick. It says, J. Cole fires back at Kendrick Lamar on a surprising new mixtape, might delete later. And then we'll talk on basically his apology, follow up on this joint. And then we'll transition into Young Miami and her situation, her stuff with JT that we know of. We'll keep the party moving and smoothing, right? Definitely smash that like button and sub up as y'all come in and out, man. So it says J. Cole has hit back at Kendrick Lamar on his surprise new project, might delete later. On the mixtape closing track, 7-minute drill, Cole appears to reference K-Dot's recent diss at him and Drake and returns fire with some scathing bars of his own. We kind of read that part. It says, taking aim at the perceived quality of his friend turned foe. I think we read this part already because they kind of put the same thing in here. Let me see if we can get a little bit more. It says, I think this is more a quote from it he took from his brother. And this is where the Nino Brown part comes in. I think he said, it says, Lord, don't make me have the smoke that these N-words cause. I'm effing with him. But push come to shove on the mic, I'll humble him. I'm Nino with this thing, that New Jack City meme. He says, yeah, I ain't aiming at G Money, crying tears before I bust at him. So if you know New Jack City, pretty much he describes one of the endings where pretty much Nino realizes that, hey, I'm gonna get caught and, you know, you're too much of a liability now. And that's why he took him out. And I'm not defending Nino, right? And I can't help but it makes me want to go there. Like, a lot of people are like, man, that's cold-blooded. He killed his own brother. That's the one you started a business with. But that's the thing. He saw a weakness in his brother because it's like, bro, like, if we get caught, which we're going to get caught, and they're going to separate us, if one of us don't have the same story, then they're going to, if you cooperate and I don't, I'm going to lose and do more time. I know that's where Nino's mindset, he knows that he couldn't hold it down. You know what I mean? Think about how vulnerable G Money had become. Do you think he would be a person you want to trust with your tight information? So he knew a lot. So he's like, we're on a run now, G. And he pushed him off. And then he took him out. Because, once he got caught, because it was basically the main brains of the operation for real. Like, if you think about it, Keisha, she got knocked off. If you think about Dutta Man, the stuttering dude, he got knocked off. I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back for Nino. So at that point, it was just left him and G Money. He didn't take out the educated brother from the brink, but he also pointed the finger at him at the end. So, I mean, I'm very curious where Cole could have took this. Is where I'm trying to get at that. I know I probably just gave y'all, if y'all haven't seen New Jack City, I probably just spoiled it for y'all. My bad. This segment is repeated later in Cole's verse when he raps, my text flooded with the anger, with the hunger from a toxic reply. I'm hesitant. I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real. This issue would feel like swatting the fly. So he's saying like he pretty much, hey, whatever you got, I know I can out rap you. Which I don't see nothing wrong with a little friendly competition in hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I don't think these are the last two people, and I'm not saying that anything's not possible, but these are the last two people I feel like we would picture thinking like, hey, man, they not really like, we're not worried about things happening. Some rappers really be talking that talk where I almost borderline would believe if they ever actually met in person, they would try to have to prove their point. We've seen that time and time again, but these two rappers, I say all that to say, they don't give me that vibe. Let me read through the rest of this article real quick. It says, he then repurposes another line from Hope's Takeover, 4 albums in 12 years. N-word, I gotta divide-ish. If this is what you want, I'm endearing the violence. So basically they're saying Kendrick takes forever to drop. But I think just Kendrick takes a long time to really work on his projects. But when they drop, they do well. Now, his favorite ones for me is Good Kid, Mad City. I feel like that was a good album. And I definitely loved, what was that joint? the Section 80 mixtape, that was dope. And then there was another one I was going to, the Pimp a Butterfly, I think. I like that joint. I don't know where you're getting these album names from, but yeah, I like those. All the rest of them, I wasn't, you know, if they didn't exist, I wouldn't miss them. I'll put it like that. And I still have to be in the mood for Kendrick. Like, Kendrick is something I don't even think about searching half the time. Like, I would, like, when I want to hear Kendrick, like, you know what I'm saying, I'll look up Kendrick. But that one joint where he did that, "We Gonna Be Alright," that joint right there, that album, that song went hard. That's my favorite Kendrick song. Like, he killed it. But let me read through the rest of this article real quick. It says, "This is merely a warning shot to back in where it's down and back in the town where they whipping work and trafficking pounds. My jack jumping, but a rapper making a blasphemous sounds, switching sides like I'm tasseling on the cap and gown. I'm fully loaded inward. I can drop two classics right now." He spits before adding, "Let me chill out, man. The fall off on the way inward." So he's let you know he's pretty much in album mode. This is kind of getting you. This is like a hold you over until the album drops, which is most likely. I would hope he drops it at sometime this summertime. Yeah, he gonna have to, yeah, coming like this, you gotta drop sometime this summertime, which is probably they're waiting for a certain time. It's gonna be this year. Says 7-Minute Drill arrives just 2 weeks after Kendrick Lamar took aim at J. Cole and Drake and his guest feature on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That from their collaborative album We Don't Trust You. Now, we've covered that where rumors is that whole situation came off over, I guess him and Future was trying to holler at him and Future and Drake was trying to holler at the same shawty. But I mean, if y'all ain't got no real relationship, why either one of y'all care? That's just my whole thing, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's my whole thing for these guys. That's why I say it can't be over no woman or anything like that. In my opinion. I don't know though, man. Y'all let me know. Let me read through the rest of this real quick. Says 7-Minute Drill arrives after guest verse on Fairtrade. Read that one. Says, referencing the pair chart-topping single First Person Shooter, he rapped, "F sneak dissing, F first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like F rap, diss Melly Mel if I had to." That's pretty much J. Cole saying that. You know what I'm saying? I believe, yeah, referencing the chart-topping First Person Shooter. Yeah, that was Drake and J. Cole. That was definitely Drake and J. Cole. He added, "I think I won't drop this location. I still got PTSD, MF, the big 3, N-word, just big me." That's Kendrick. That's definitely off Kendrick joint. So this is probably Kendrick. Oh yeah, this was Kendrick when he was taking shots at him. Yeah, that's Kendrick's verses. My bad. I kind of mixed that up. My bad. While Drake has yet to respond on Wax, he seemingly addressed Kendrick's lyrical darts during a show in Florida days later. He says, "A lot of people ask me how I feel. I'm going to let you know I'm feeling. He told the crowd, "I got my effing head up high, my back straight. I'm 10 effing toes down in Florida and anywhere else I go. And I know that no matter what, there's no N-word on this earth that could ever F with me in my life." That's Drake. Drake, you got to get in the booth. But see, this is the thing. Drake is now, in my opinion, with this whole situation. The reason I feel like because he's close, I think he just had that closeout tour. Let's see. I think I read this one already. I'm gonna close that one. But my thing is this. I think that remember when Drake had did that little charge up diss to Meek, and then Meek was like baby lotion soft, and then Drake came back with that back to back and pretty much, all right, cool, this is how we really can go. And then everybody's like, Meek, you got 72 hours. That was the rule back then. And Meek didn't drop until like a whole like week and a half later, and like it was horrible. But everybody's like, yo, Meek is on a tour traveling. He doesn't have access to a studio like that. And even if he does take the time to get access to a studio, to make a diss track and get back at him, he got to do it literally that day and, get right back on it. They can't miss a day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the buses and stuff like that have like studio and recording equipment, but I guess he didn't have what he needed to do to get it done. Plus, he was in a relationship. I mean, like, this is my thing. He was in a relationship and on tour with your girl. He got a lot to entertain. Every time, he get off the road, think about it. That's the perfect thing with being on the road with your shorty. Like, yeah, y'all gonna handle business on the regular. Now he's tired. Most average person after anything like that, if you catch my drift, pretty much they want to take a nap. So then the next thing he wake up, he got to repeat the process. I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna satisfy your girl or try to respond to everybody? That was like, I'm not saying that's what Meek did, but I mean, and ironically, we're gonna talk Meek here towards the end of the live too. I'm gonna be on this joint for like another roughly 38, 40 minutes or so like that. Y'all definitely smash that like button, sub up. Let me get a little swig real quick. But J. Cole apologizes for Kendrick Lamar diss song. Plans to erase it from streaming. I mean, dog, you already don't drop the stuff now. This is my thing, and I think this is what upset a lot of people because I've seen a lot of people doing lives about this. Basically, they're saying like, yo, he took shots at you first, and you just pretty much did the same. And now it's like, well, everybody don't see the point of him really apologizing. And it's like, bro, I've seen the comments where people saying like, yo, he let Nas down again. Because I remember he did a song like, I let Nas down. I remember that. Let me hit the chat real quick. Says, Mental Kick says, J. Cole should have stayed out of the Drake beef. J. Cole should have stayed out the Drake beef. But he did take shots at him though, He shouldn't have said, it should have been Drake that was anybody gonna say something. What they should have did is got in there together and made a fire song because it's kind of like Kendrick, it'd have been basically Kendrick and Future versus Drake and J. Cole. I would have liked to see that. That would have been dope. Let's see. Mental Kick says he let Jay-Z down and Fax Polo. Yeah. Like, Cole, to me, man, he's got some great songs. And that Forest Hill Drive, to me, is my favorite project of his. Out of everything he's dropped. All the other stuff, while it's dope, I mean, but the Forest Hill Drive is just like, that's his timeless album for me, and I'm talking J. Cole. Let me read through this J. Cole apology, because he did get on stage. I'll see if we can find a video or something like on that, because it was kind of weird to see that, and the people that's there is filming you, but obviously he didn't care, and he wanted to get it out, so he knew what he was doing. So he dropped the diss on early Friday morning just to apologize by pretty much over the weekend. See, J. Cole has publicly apologized to Kendrick Lamar for dissing him on the 7-minute drill while performing at Dreamville's festival, walking back his lyrics about his longtime friend on the surprise song that was released on the last week. Cole expressed he regret about releasing the track. He says, I'm so proud of Might Delete Later. He says, I'm so proud of Might Delete Later except for one part. It's one part of that ish that makes me feel like, man, that's the lamest ish I ever did in my effing life, right? And I know that is not what a lot of people want to hear, he said to the crowd during his headlining set on Sunday, April 7th. So he did this on Sunday. Dropped it on Friday and was apologizing on Sunday. There you go. Let me continue to read through this real quick. He says, he said the crowd during his headline set on Sunday, April 7th, he says, I was conflicted because, one, I know my heart and I know how I feel about my peers. The two N-words that I just been blessed to been standing beside in the game, let alone chase the greatness. So I left conflicted because I'm like, bruh, I don't even feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but world want to see blood. So he's saying he just fed into the hype is what I'm getting from this. Like he fed into the hype, and I get it, you know, and I'm thinking we can play this part right here. I think this is where he said, I'm going to play this part, and then I'll read back up to the top of the article real quick. Let's see if we can get this to play.
Right? So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the meanest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I gotta keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God. Text flooded. I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime. Right? Niggas want to see blood. And I was conflicted because, one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these 2 niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back, and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right in my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is, in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking...
He's trying too hard to play the good guy role, bro. Like,
Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like...
bro, I'd be like, shut up, yo. On God, be like, shut up. I couldn't have fallen into the crowd hype. I'd have been like, shut up, yo.
You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way, and if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, you know, y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep, and then I can get back to my true path, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I want to now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I want to do that for y'all right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And looks like we just got a new subscriber that just came in the building. Says the deliver cat just subscribe. Appreciate that. Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. That really means a lot. Thanks for subscribing. Let me read through the chat real quick. Mandarin Kick says, Cap Vale made a song Ye called False Prophets and never apologized, but K. Dot a different story. He only 5'5". He can't box with God. Hey, y'all gonna get out that man hype, man. The thing is, he still like rap. This is rap though, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna fight each other, you know what I'm saying? Says Cole went on to praise Kendrick, as we just saw because we just watched that joint. Says this ish disrupts my effing peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is, in the modest of me during that, trying to find a little angle and downplay the N words. Let's see, effing catalog and greatness. Pretty much what he just said through here. My thing is this, bro. If you gonna do it, do it. Why do it and then backtrack on it? My thing is this, stand on it. Even T.I. son, you know, like King, even like you said, you gotta stand on business. Like I know, like you gotta stand on business, and people gonna call you out when you don't. And it's like you backtracking, but the crowd rocking with you because I've been through a few concerts, not J. Cole's, but just a concert in general. Like, you'll know like if it's a good concert because everybody like would be rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Hold on, let me check this real quick, and then we're gonna go continue on through the rest of this. Let's see, and then we'll definitely start transitioning to that Young Miami joint too as well. Let me see. Let me get this last little part real quick. Y'all, my bad, y'all. My bad, my bad, my bad. Cool. Boom. Just checking on that. But yeah, so let me read through this. Let's see. Manuel Kick says, is he going to apologize to Kanye too? I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he just don't really want to smoke with Kendrick. You might as well, if you're gonna stand on it, stand on it. Like, I still think him and Drake should have just came at him together. So he continued and says, I just want to come up here and publicly be like, bro, that was the lamest issues, goofy issue stuff. We already read that and heard him say all that. And then he closed out to that. But, I mean, bro, I feel like it was all a fair move. Kendrick came out, took in shots. Whether it was a light jab at him or not, it don't matter. If you want to say something back, take you a few light jabs and call it a day. Cole's apology was not well received by many hip-hop. Terrence Punch Henderson, the president of Kendrick Lamar's former label, Top Dog Entertainment, simply wrote on X, LOL. Like he just laughed. Fellow TDE executive Musa seemingly taunted Cole by posting a clip of the Republic's hit apology along with the caption, "Sing." TDE signee Reason expressed dismay by writing, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. While Kendrick's collaborator Terrence Morton appeared to imply that Cole is soft by tweeting Cotton Ball. I mean, but they didn't say who. Ain't nobody add a name. This is my thing, man. If they really bout it like that, add a name, add somebody, man. That's I know what you say, like, man, you be taking shots at certain people. They know who I'm talking about, and maybe they know who I'm talking about, but, like, my stuff different. Like, this is my thing. They public figures, like, you know what I'm saying? I miss the days back in hip-hop where when people dissed, they said your name. They didn't just, like, take shots and give you this whole rhythm where we put two and two together. It's got to be talking about them. Got to be talking about that. Like, they said a name and then followed it up with all that. And then they threw the name in there again. Hip-hop dissing were much more raw gutter back then. It says, Hit Boy also criticized the apology, writing, it might be over for real. Chicago MC Meek Jenkins was especially vocal in his disapproval, tweeting, as a rapper's rapper, as a competitor, I'm surprised, I am disgusted, I am disappointed. Brian B. Miller, former veteran hip-hop journalist and co-host of the Rap Radar podcast, joked, might delete later indeed. It looks like we got a sing right here. Let me see what this is. Oh, I don't want to play that too long because it's too late to apologize. Oh, I get it. I'm glad I played that little snippet. It was only 4 seconds. Hopefully that do not cause any issue with my stream for like them taking they shots. I didn't know what that was gonna play. So this is the stuff we just kind of read over real quick. Cotton Ball, might be over hip hop. This is crazy, man. Might delete later. All this really can't. I mean, I can see like the last one, but a lot of this stuff, a lot of y'all are reaching. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. Let's see. 7-Minute Drill, the closing song on J. Cole's Might Delete Later, came in response to Kendrick Lamar's blistering verse on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That. That track, released 2 weeks earlier on Future and Metro's joint album We Don't Trust You, found K. Dot taking thinly violated shots at both Cole and his first-person shooter collaborator Drake. He says, F sneak dissing first shooter. I hope they come with 3 switches. He rapped over the 3-6 Mafia and Eazy-E sampling production. I didn't know that. I thought it was just 3-6 Mafia, but I guess it's an Eazy-E joint too. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Learned just something new because I knew it was a 3-6 Mafia joint. That we was happy, y'all know what I'm talking about. That joint right there. He said he also declared MF the big 3 N-word. I'm just big me before issuing a menacing threat to Drizzy, who he has long been odds with. For all my dogs getting buried, that K with all that nines, he gonna see P the pet cemetery. Okay, so I mean, Kendrick he went pretty hard on this verse, and I'm gonna give him more credit where credit is due. It says Drake, for his part, has yet to directly respond to Kendrick's verse, but he has made a number of comments that appear to address it during a show in Florida. After like that, the 6th guy gave the defender speech while claiming there's no N-word on this earth that could ever F with me in my life. So pretty much that's where we're at with these right here. I think we got this pretty much all covered. I guess we got the projections of the first week sales of are here. So pretty much looks like, let's see, J. Cole's My Deleter said it reportedly earned the top sales of the week if the latest projects were to be believed. So he looks like the numbers wise, it says Dreamville Interscopes are in their will move 140 to 160 copies in the first week, making it likely contender for the top Billboard 200 chart. So looks like it did the numbers. Now, whether we could say the bars on it that he did on it is irrelevant to it. To be honest, I haven't listened to the joint past like the 7-minute drill where he dissed Kendrick. I haven't listened to it. If y'all have heard that joint, let me know if it's fire or not. I'm definitely going to get into it. I'm usually the last person that kind of catches on. So I think we're gonna go ahead and close off on J. Cole. It says J. Cole, the first rapper to apologize for a diss song. Yeah, pretty much. So let's transition into the Young Miami situation. And we're going to go from there. I think we'll go with the serving, and then she's called out by her fans, silencing her and JT online with Gorilla, which I think they're beefing. Let me actually see if I can even pull like that, any updated real quick, like information on JT and Young Miami, because I know they're beefing. I've seen some stuff go back and forth on the intranet. So let me check it out real quick. Y'all give me like 2 seconds. Let's see. We can get this in real quick. 1 hour ago. Let me see if I can get on the news. Cause I want to go straight to the nitty gritty. Y'all know what I'm saying? Let's go with we got here. We'll go with the TMZ joint. Give me just a second to share my screen, but we'll go into that. But we're going to start with pretty much the whole situation that's going on with Young Miami. Let me share my screen here. Boom, right here. So Young Miami goes on an angry rant after being served papers in the club over Diddy lawsuit. So, I wanted to take a little break for pretty much the whole Diddy situation, but you kind of can't help talking about it because it seems like there's more and more information that comes out each and every week. Now, me and Dunks and the guys in the Goodfellas had a little back and forth, friendly little good debate on Friday about it. And I know Dunks was a little upset with me, but I think Dunks has just really been partying it up and working. We cool. I talked to him behind the scenes, so no worries. But I say all to say, like, yeah, this Diddy situation got a lot of people thinking, but I'll say this. For everything that's been pretty much he's been accused of, he hasn't been put in handcuffs yet and had to pay any type of bail. So that lets me think, like, how much evidence do they really have? Or why is it taking them so long? Because usually they find stuff within a matter of that day, or they got all the stuff and then they're taking a break, or what? So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Young Miami goes on an angry rant after being served papers in a club over Diddy lawsuit. Young Miami has gone on an explosive rant after she served court papers after she was served court papers regarding Diddy's trademark infringement lawsuit while out in a nightclub. It says a person claiming to have served the papers to City Girls rapper in Houston recorded the moment he did so. In a clip, he hands Miami the papers and says, "This is from homeboy Charlie C. You've been served." A shocked Miami respond reaction. Let's see. So I think this is where we saw homie was doing. I saw this video actually floating around where he did this. I don't think you can actually play any of this, but yeah, he took the pictures. And that's her. Yeah.
It's a bad bitch birthday. Her birthday is next week. So shout out to all the bitches whose birthday is next week.
Young Miami.
Yes.
Let me get this to you. It's a gift.
What is this? What you just say?
From my homeboy Charlie C. You've been served.
Oh wow. So the rest is.
Bro, my nigga Charlie C. actually served Young Miami with this lawsuit. She's supposed to be in this club tonight. So goddamn, about to do it.
Yeah. So homie documented the whole joint. I don't think you can do that.
The dog asked me to serve Young Miami with this lawsuit. My nigga Charlie C. So I'm about to do it.
I remember when I got served one time, bro. Like, I've been served like 2 times, right? Yeah, I know I've been through a little bit of legal shit. But the first time when I was at the crib, I had a roommate, that joint beat down the door or whatever. We was like, man, who the hell is this person? And then like I opened the door and then pretty much I'm looking for, and they say my name or whatever, and they're like, boom, here you go, you been served. I like, bro, what the hell? And then second time, but see, y'all know this, and my dad said it best, bro. I learned from my joints. I don't repeat the same process. So the second time when they tried to serve me, fun fact, if you never get properly served, while it doesn't make the case disappear, it can buy you some more time, because whenever you do get it with those, like, where you been, sir, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I never got the information. And those people aren't doing their job, but they usually try to be around the clock. So I had a dude try to come to my crib, and he tried to serve me or whatever, beat down the door or whatever, right? I'm in the shower, and like I had the music playing in the background and everything. So like I heard it. So when somebody, like, the way they was knocking on the door, he didn't do like a nice ghetto knock. He did like a boom, 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 boom. And so like I hopped out the shower, right? I instantly, this is the thing, he held up a badge at the door, like, cause I was looking through the peephole, and I'm like, oh hell no, can't be me. And then I'm not at, like, and the thing is, I was thinking, cause I've been in some situations where you're not prepared and they'll put you in handcuffs. I'm like, I'm not going out with just a towel, dog. Like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I didn't answer the door. I ended up pausing the music. He beat on the door for a minute, but I think he got the hint that I was gonna open that joint. And then finally, he got a hold of my number and everything. It was crazy. Like, I made him meet up, but it wasn't awkward whenever he did it. But he was just so happy because I could tell he was getting worried that he wasn't gonna be able to complete it. And I don't know if he doesn't get paid, if it doesn't happen or what. But whatever it was inconveniencing him. And that's the nicest way I could say it. Let me read through the rest of this article real quick, and then we'll make sure we go touch on Meek Mill and Wale situation in the last 15 minutes, man. So hopefully y'all appreciate y'all rocking with the kid on this one. Says the Carisha Please star, who also is named in the underrelated sexual assault, and I'm saying that on purpose because y'all know how YouTube is, lawsuit against her ex-boyfriend and Bad Boy Records founder, was less than happy at being served in public. It says a triad on X, formerly known as Twitter. She said, "I'm so tired of the internet and people effing with me every day, trying to serve me some paper over merch that I'm not selling is lame. Like, everybody want to go viral so bad. Let's go viral. I'm tired. Like, take y'all ASS's the F on." Oh, she frustrated. I mean, anybody who's been through the legal situation before, the last thing you want to do is go back through that stuff, bro. And that's another thing too, where people like, man, Polo, you be like so chill, blah blah. I'm like, bro, I don't been in the legal system several times. Like, and when I say several, I'm talking at least 4-5 times. Like, it get to the point, like, bro, like it's not work. You need to, whatever you doing, you need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? I really chilled out. You know, I mean, don't hesitate. I'll do what I gotta do. But I mean, I'm not out. I was that guy that was out here wilding. Like, the younger me would be like, while I'm chilling, like what I'm about to do when I get off live, I'm about to just chill, relax. The young me would have had like people hit me and been like, all right, cool, after live, I ain't even taking nothing down. I'm going to handle business. Like, yeah, young me was really out here like that. You know what I mean? So, but you know, a lot has changed. So, let me read through the rest of this real quick. It says, she added, over some merch I don't sell before responding to somebody who doubted her story. It said, and they called her they called her pretty much the, I guess we can say it on YouTube. They called her a hoe, shut the F up. That's y'all problem. Y'all always think somebody gotta lie, goofy-ish. Her post can be seen below. So pretty much we kind of read through all of that already. So I guess she was really, really upset. Girl, it wasn't about no damn merch. So, everybody's, you know, you can tell the pressure is getting to her, and that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got this type of pressure, something you're not really used to. Yeah. And it says, earlier this year, Diddy was sued by Charlie C., real name Charles Calenta Jr., over his use of the phrase act bad, which he used as the title of his 2023 song. C is taking $10 million for a trademark infringement and breach of contract. Let's see. The United States Patent and Trade Office confirmed that the watermark for Act Bad was filed by KENDRICK Jr. as of November 23rd of 2021. Act Bad as a watermark is like a registered, while Act Bad Entertainment, which was been filed for ownership by Kenyatta Jr. as of September of 2021, is still pending and waiting examination by the USPTO. So I guess he filed it, but it hasn't stuck yet. So I don't know if it's not really bonded down. I don't see how they're going to win it, but sometimes people just take this. It says the watermark covers clothing goods, including beanies and sweatshirts. So I'm assuming they made some Act Bad merch, and that upset it, that caused some confusion. But I mean, you can still have kind of like a similar name. If your stuff is completely different from theirs, you know, you're going to really have to prove that in the court of law. It's really kind of one of those, it's like an inconvenience lawsuit, you know, because that's a tough call. But you never know when it comes to these fashion stuff and what the judge see. It says, in his lawsuit, Kenyatta, hopefully I'm reading this correctly, further claimed that Diddy infringed upon his trademark of Act Bad with a range of merchandise released in 2023 to coincide with his aforementioned song, that the mogul's attorneys ignored emails relating to the alleged infringement. Charlie C. alleged backdoor-ish took place because he was incarcerated at the time of his role in the drug trafficking operation, but has been released. So when all this was going down, apparently he was locked up, so he really couldn't do nothing. Young Mommy and her City Girl partner JT featured on Diddy's Act Bad, which may explain why she was served legal documents. Then why didn't JT get served? So we'll see how that goes. And let's touch on the Young Miami called out by fans for over silence of JT's online feud with Gorilla, because they have been beefing. But let's talk about the fight they actually had over, like, on the internet. Says the City Girls JT Miami threw shade during an eclipse end of an era. So let's see. City Girls haven't put out any music together in months, and the current state of things isn't looking up, because Young Miami and JT are currently going at each other's necks online. So as you can see, all the stuff they got going back and forth. And I'm going to see if this one kind of has the same situation. Make sure we got some, like, because I don't want to read too much of it. I think this is it right here. I'm going to go off of this one because I think it'll be a little bit more easier on the eyes. Y'all bear with the kid, man. And then we'll transition. I'll speed through this one real quick, and then we'll touch on Meek Mill and Wale. That one shouldn't take too long. Says the City Girls issues a full display of JT and Young Miami's rumored tension is unfolding online. On Monday, April 8th, the beef came to a boil on social media after JT seemingly mistook one of Saucy Santana's Who Got the Star as the duo makeup artist post be about her. Aiming back and forth, a Nicki Minaj fan, he wrote on Twitter, "My agents call me every other day with inquiry or check for the doll. How much does Stan Twitter pay? There will be a TV show to address things you are so heavily invested and interested in. Tune in." JT then jumped in and replied, "And I better not be mentioned since I'm not in an episode. Nothing should be addressed without me. Who are you? You done gave yourself a position of power. You're my power of attorney. It's your ass down." So pretty much, City Girls friction on a full display on each other. So yeah, I guess this is what kind of led up to that. Let's see. Here we go right here. It says, it appears that she assumed she was referring to the drama between her and Miami, but her later clarified it was in fact about Diddy. Sheesh, I thought he was talking about Puff and those allegations just like the rest of the world. What the F are you talking about? She responded before doubling down and telling him reread what she wrote. She followed up with, "What happens in the dark always come to light." Miami then jumped through and she did take any names in her post as she wrote, "BITCH been sneak dissing me for weeks and I ain't say ish. What a bitch mad at me for?" JT then retweeted the post, "Oh, Miss Mama, this your last day playing dumb." Says, adding more context for her followers, she continued, "It'll be too much for me to tweet. I like to sit down, Carisha, please. And this time, leave Santana home. I know I come out crazy, but never in my life did not whack ish to this girl. She literally enjoys seeing me being dragged. When people show me love, she goes crazy and call it hate train. But like I said, we can sit and talk about it." So she wants to talk it out. You know, that's her. They came in the game together as a group. You know, whether they're a little gimmicky, we can debate that. But at the same time, yeah, I would say that if y'all gonna look at me and Dunks, you know, we sat down, text each other, and called it a day. We had like agree to disagree situations, but either way, neither one of us got a really dog in this fight. But he explained his situation. When a fan reminded JT that Miami is going through it with Diddy issues, she replied, "And I for sure them for the beginning. Y'all will see the time that I'm not, nor was, and ever will be a problem. Have a nice day." So she's kind of bowing out. So I'm not going to read through all this because I'm going to only be on the joint for like another 5 minutes. I know 50 did say something, and I saw this too as well. 50 says, 50 Cent walks back Young Miami sex worker taunt after she responds. So 50 was swiftly U-turned on his trolling of Young Miami over the claim she was paid by Diddy for X after she hit back online, posting a clip of the City Girls rapper speaking to the Hollywood Unlocked Jason Lee, in which she called herself a whore, which is WHORE. 50 initially seized the opportunity to taunt Puffy's ex-girlfriend. "It's okay to be a whore, just make sure you being overpaid." So he says, "See a sucker, catch a sucker, sucker a sucker dry. You girls LSW LOL." He wrote, abbreviating the little ex-worker phrase that he aimed at Diddy and those named in the producer Lil Rod actual assault case. So a lot of stuff is being out there, man. And we will continue this too, probably on another Music Monday. The last few minutes, let's touch on this Meek and Wale joint. And this is the one I got pretty much. I want to just kind of close out. Meek, it just seems like you can never satisfy the guy, man. He need to make up his mind. You gonna be a political rapper or you gonna be a gangster rapper? He feels like you can't be both. That's the problem with me and Meek. You can't be both. You can't be both a gangster rapper and a political rapper. And they look at that as like what Pac was, but Pac was he did it differently. You know, he did it differently. But then again, I could kind of see where that would be his argument, because Pac was political 1 minute and then he did what he had to do if somebody challenged him. You know, or he felt threatened. You know, so I could kind of see that. Let me read through this real quick for the last few minutes and then we're going to wrap things up. It says, Meek Mill to Wale, hanging with my ops, gon' make me hurt you. That's a threat? So what are you going to do? Meek, we ain't seen you put hands on nobody yet. And that stuff that we seen you doing on the punching bag, that ain't it. Manny with a kick says, pow, 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 pow. Meek Mill is ripping into Wale for he deems the ultimate sign of disrespect being chummy with one of his enemies. He says, Wale never liked me. Now I treat him like the streets every time I see him. I gave him 1,000 chances. This guy be thinking they linking with the enemy clown ASS N-word. I wish I would have knew the other day. I would have stretched you. Okay, what does stretched you mean? Okay, Meek. All right, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Wale's really nervous, right? Meek got wind that Wale had posted up and taken a photo with his ex-pal Dean and lunched in arguably his best social media meltdown of the year, vowing to exact revenge on his former MMG label mate. I don't see the big deal here. So what's wrong with this? I didn't know. Who does Meek not have beef with every now and then? Dang. Says the way Meek sees it, the guy like Wale sneak behind his back and conspire to derail his career while schmooming with Meek's current BFF, Michael Rubin. I think he's reaching. I think Meek is reaching here. I'm going to read Wale's response and then we're going to wrap things up. It says, Wale says, when you get in other people's unserious drama in the industry, 90, I'm going to say percent that he's put there, 90% of the time, they be back friends eventually, and then you look silly in the end. So I love minding my business. If a photo can create such vital, one of the has to ask himself some questions. Happy Monday. So yeah, Meek feel like he wasn't doing that. You know, he just was linking up like what y'all got going on that don't got to do nothing with me. You know what I'm saying? But to play devil's advocate, I can see Meek where we had a homeboy back in the day, whatever, when I had a crew or whatever. He always pretty much, if you brought your girl around him and y'all didn't work out, he would swoop in on the feelings every single time. And that's the best way I can describe it. So maybe that's what Meek feels like. It's like, yo, like, you know, once I cut her off, you got to cut him off too. And that's probably where they're at with it. Let's see. Meek Mill, I said Meek Mill, but Manny with a kick says, Meek on that cap juice. Yeah, I feel like he's stretching. He's reaching a little bit, man. I mean, I wouldn't even pay that joint. That wasn't even worth entertaining, if you ask me. And I'm going to just leave it at that. But let's see. I've been on this joint officially coming up on an hour and 30 minutes, man. Gonna definitely wrap things up here a little bit early tonight. This was definitely some good topics. Somehow you cannot just not touch Music Monday and not mention Diddy now. So, but we'll be back again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. The Meek and Wale drama, I feel like is going to stick right there because there's always been tension with these guys forever, even though they've done songs together, but I feel like that ain't going to stick around long. The Young Miami situation, we will see how that turns out, but something tells me she shouldn't have too much to worry out. It just seems like a major inconvenience because, I mean, I want to be very curious what this person is saying about some merch. But other than that, let's wrap things up for tonight. Sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. We talk a little bit of everything over there from music, sneakers, obviously a lot. We got a food section, fitness section, sports section, and we're slowly growing over there. I will be back live on Wednesday again with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Hopefully Dunks is available. And then, I got more content, sneaker content on the way. But other than that, smash that like button, sub up. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. And yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
It's been a long day, you should roll up. Now it's you every time my phone buzz. Need you around, I've been so alone. Shit be hard when I'm on the road. All this Louis luggage made me wet the grill. I don't really wanna touch it unless it's mine for real. I put all them diamonds on her like a chandelier. She gon' get a double murder if the looks could kill. These feelings are familiar, swear she look familiar. Swear to God I need her, swear to God I need love. I've been in and out of lust, I've been in and out of touch, all in and out of love, yeah.
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I love you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. I know this music is hard, but I know you're also doing an incredible job. I just worry that it might take a lot out of you, and
I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. Would you wanna come through for me, girl? If you slide, tell me now what you do for me, girl. Been alone for some time, so it's new for me, girl. But I wanna take a chance on you truthfully, girl. Girl, I'll be a man, I know you need that. Where your old piece, you need to leave that. Got you on my lock, I need to keep that. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, you see that? I've been trying to hold back, gotta practice self-control. Every time I call you, girl, I always get that tone. I just need to see you, girl, I'm tired of that phone. Just say when you alone, on my way, I'm going gone, yeah. I just told my shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky through the sunroof. We can do whatever, girl, come through. I just told my shawty shawty better come through. We can turn it up if you want to. Looking at the sky